Hey guys, it's been a minute since I've uploaded a video because, well, I had one planned and then I just kind of scrapped it, and I was traveling and it was a really busy week this week, which was a good thing though. Now it's Friday night, almost midnight, and I really want to have this video uploaded by Sunday morning, which means I really need to read. So it probably won't get uploaded Sunday morning. Not that it's important, but the video in question, what this video is gonna be, is me reading I don't know whether to call this the second book in the Throne of Glass series or the third book, because I'm reading it third, but I'm reading the next book in the in the Throne of Glass series, Crown of Midnight. This is actually, oh my gosh. Wow, okay, what was I saying? I had started this book. So I read Throne of Glass, I think I said in my last video 8 years ago, and I had started this book and I was just literally just going like this, and I guess I DNF'd this book at 72 pages in. One of my dad's old business cards, really old business card. That's so funny. He's not even in the same office that this one says he's in. That's kind of hilarious. That's how long ago I read this book. Wow. Anyways, so yeah, I guess I got 72 pages in, didn't go any further, but that's not gonna be the case this time because I'm really invested in this series. It's been a while since I read Throne of Glass, 3-ish weeks maybe. But I'm excited to dive back in. I have a lot of theories percolating, is that the right word? Swimming in my mind, so I can't wait to see if any of those are right or not. And yeah, this is also the last book of the series that I own, period. So all the other ones I have to go buy, but they're gonna be new covers. So this is the last old cover you're gonna see, unless I find them at a secondhand store. But the old covers are really hard to come by. I don't know, I'm very, very excited to dive into this. Like I said, I wanna get it done, read this within the day, we'll see. Oh, before I get any further, this will be spoilers like the last 2 vlogs have been. So if you haven't read this book, don't watch this video. And if you haven't read The Assassin's Blade, don't watch this video because I feel like I might talk about that book as well. So I'm gonna eat dinner, well, help finish making dinner, and then eat dinner, and then I'll start reading this. Okay, update time. I'm at 90 pages in. I just hit chapter 12. So I did pass my point of DNF. Yippee. Basically, where I'm at right now, Selena has to kill one of her old friends from the Assassin's Keep that she kind of trained with. His name's Archer, and because the king thinks that Archer is involved in some sort of plot to some sort of rebellion. Selena's having this thing where she's not actually killing the people that the king tells her to go kill, which I kind of figured would happen just because she obviously doesn't want to help the king in any way because she knows he's a bad guy. That's where I'm at. Selena just talked to Archer, and Archer basically told her that he wasn't a part of this rebellion, but he gave her information about it. And one of the things he told her was that the heir to the Terrasen throne is the one who's organizing this rebellious group. And Selena was the narration or whatever was it's impossible, whoever's claiming to be the heir is an imposter, there's no way, which just confirms in my head that she is the heir to the Terrasen throne. This was a theory that I've had in my head since reading the end of the last book, Throne of Glass. There's no shot that she isn't the heir to the Terrasen throne. So confirmation on that, kind of, obviously not flat out said so, but I'm pretty positive. I'm literally 99% positive. 1%, so when I'm wrong in the future, I can be well, I wasn't entirely sure, but I'm almost entirely sure. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Pretty proud of myself. Not proud of myself, but excited about that little plot line. And then, oh my gosh, her and Cole, no, Kale. Selena and Kale. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. The last chapter, the end of chapter 11, she yelled at Kale for worrying about her, and he's of course I'm worrying about you. I care about you. Tell me why it's giving me flashbacks to her and Sam. Pretty excited about that. Except Dorian's having a little hissy fit because he's noticed that Selena and Kale are like becoming besties and he's not okay with that, but sometimes it's just not meant to be. I swear, if she ends up with Dorian at the end of this, I'm gonna be kind of depressed because I really like Kale. Also, this Roland guy, Dorian's cousin, he's a little suspicious. Tough situations going on. And like, it's not that I'm like hesitant to read the rest of this book. It's that I'm like so worried about these characters and the stakes are so high that my anxiety is just like, I can't deal with it. Like, I just want to know what happens. A part of me is like, I could just look it up, you know? I could just look up what happens and then read the rest of the book and not be so anxious. But then it's like, I don't want to spoil it for myself. Like, I shouldn't do that. I don't know. I'm like curious if this is part of the reason why I don't really get into fantasy that often is like, is the fact that the stakes are so much higher and it's causing me so much anxiety. Is that like why I hesitate to read fantasies or anything that's kind of in that realm, because it makes me too nervous? Like, I don't know. Because like the stakes aren't that high in a romance, you know? They get together or they don't. And like, you know, you're reading a romance 85% of the time they're getting together by the end of that book. So I think it's just like the high stakes, not knowing what's gonna happen, or like not being entirely positive, or like knowing that bad things are going to happen. I don't know. I think all of that combined just really makes it so difficult to read fantasies sometimes. But now that I've gone on that rant, I am kind of exhausted. It's 4 o'clock. See that? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. If you're my family, don't comment on that. But yeah, so I should probably get to sleep. So I'm gonna probably do that. I don't know if I'm gonna read any more tonight. I kind of liked where we just stopped because the last line, well, the last couple lines is Kale like admitting that he cares for Selena, and I would just like to leave off on a happy note, you know? I don't know if I can handle anything more, so. Alright, update time. I'm 175 pages in now. First of all, and probably the most important of all, Dorian has magic, or did the Princess of Ely give him magic by like touching him and like writing a symbol on his chest? I don't know. Also, do I feel like something might be brewing between the prince and the princess? Perchance. But yeah, so he has magic apparently. But like what kind of, like, is he just super strong? And what's with this coldness that seems to be, like literal coldness that seems to be surrounding him? I don't know. Curious about all that. Second of all, this archer dude that Selena's supposed to, for the king, like kill for the king, he's being very suspicious. I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. I feel like he's gonna betray Selena. I don't know. It's making me very nervous. Also, Selena and Kale, so cute. Oh my gosh. The way he danced with her at that ball, especially after the first book where like he refused to dance with her and then he asked her to dance, was really sweet. Anyways, I just got to the part where it was like the 10th anniversary of Selena's parents' death, and very kind the way Kale's there for her. But this line absolutely kind of broke my heart. She said to Kale, "I can't tell if I should be ashamed of wanting to hold you on this day, or grateful that, despite what happened before now, it somehow brought me to you." Why is it breaking my heart? I mean, I get where she's coming from. Well, obviously I don't understand, but I can see the whole like being ashamed to be with him because he serves the king and the king killed her parents. But I'm more curious about what's going on between the prince, like what's going on between Dorian and the Princess of Ely, because she was like, you have a power within you and you don't even know it, but when you do realize, like, I'll help you. So she knows that Dorian has some sort of magic in him. And Dorian just kind of figured it out. So I'm curious how that's gonna mix. And then Dorian thinks that he can trust Roland. I don't think he can trust Roland. Roland is very suspicious. Roland and Archer have me like on edge right now. I don't know if this is a common opinion, but I feel like this book is moving so slow compared to Throne of Glass. And I think that's just because there's not like a clear plot line right now, like other than the fact that Selena has to kill Archer at some point. There's nothing that's really driving the plot forward. And so I'm just like not waiting for things to happen, because like things are happening, but I'm just like, I don't know. It's tough. I have like 250-ish more pages to go. I'm not even halfway through yet. Okay, so definitely more than halfway now. I have like 100 and like less than 150 pages left. And somebody killed the princess. Well, Grave killed the princess, but who hired him? Because Selena was like, oh, it was the minister. One of the ministers on the king's council hired Grave to kill him. But I feel like there's more to it, because the queen, like there was like one little one-page chapter, just a couple paragraphs, where Queen Elena and the princess were talking, and the queen was like, you know what you need to do. So I think there's something else going on there, because they're trying to incite some sort of like change in Selena. And they got it, because now she won't even talk to Cole, which is so frustrating. Like, I can understand where she's coming from. Don't get me wrong. Like, he didn't tell her that there was a threat to her, to the princess's life or anything. I get that. However, she's like being so mean to him. Like, first of all, she tried to kill him, which in the moment, whatever. I don't know. You can't say you love someone and then the next moment completely turn on them and try to kill them. But that's just my thoughts. And now she won't look at him, won't talk to him. And he's just taking it. He's like, I deserve this. I don't feel like he deserves it that much. And she was like, he's too loyal to the king to do anything. What? He literally kept your secret that you weren't killing the people that the king wanted you to kill. You told him and he kept that secret. He even promised to run away with you. And you're saying he's way too loyal? I think he's pretty loyal to you, but whatever. So now I'm just frustrated. And Dorian is just trusting Roland right now, because Roland is like backing him up during all the council meetings and voting for whatever he votes. Obviously, he's trying to get on your good side, and I don't trust him, because guess what? Roland has one of those stupid rings that the king and the duke had in the last book. Now all three of them have those rings, and they're obviously trying to get some sort of magic, like dark magic thing going with the word marks. So yeah, now I'm just like annoyed at pretty much every single character. There's not a single character where I'm like, oh, I love them, except maybe like Fleetwood the dog. That's where I'm at right now. Okay, I have like 50 pages left of this book. And okay, I knew Archer was not to be trusted. Selena opened a portal to like the other world, and Archer showed up magically. Not magically. He was in the tunnels. The princess showed up magically, so the whole point that that's why Selena opened up the portal. But Archer admitted that he he had ordered for the princess to be killed, or like paid Grave to kill the princess, which I knew Archer was not the one to be trusted. And then Cole and Dorian go to save her because some sort of beast comes out of the portal. And not Cole, Kale. And now he went into the portal. Kale went into the portal to save Fleetfoot, which I love that for him. I love Kale. But why'd he do that? I hope Fleetfoot survives, by the way. If Fleetfoot dies, I will be having a mental breakdown. Period. Also, Selena's fae. I mean, I figured, okay, like it's not shocking to me because I figured she is the princess from Terrasen, and they, like the royalty of Terrasen, they were like, they had magic, but for some reason it didn't connect in my head that like she would be classified as fae or that she would have magic. Like I knew she might have, but I don't know why like that wasn't on my forefront. I was more concerned about her being the princess, her being part of the Terrasen royalty. So it didn't quite connect in my head that she is fae. So when she stepped through the portal and was like turned into a fae, that's crazy. And Kale saw it. Also, Kale saw that Dorian has magic. This is really crazy. I'm really nervous for how this ends. Cause like someone has to die here. And it's probably not gonna be, if I swear, it's probably gonna be Fleetfoot and I'm gonna be depressed for the rest of forever. But it can't be Kale or Dorian. Like I know that. And it can't be Selena obviously. And I don't think Archer's gonna die. I think Archer's gonna get away, which is gonna make me so angry. The way Kale went into the portal just to save her dog. He's so down bad for her. I love it. I love him. I'm so nervous. I'm on chapter 50. How funny is that? Chapter 50 with 50 pages left. It's Wednesday night. I swear this book's gonna get done today. And hopefully this video will be up soon. So I just finished the book. I don't even know, I'm flabbergasted. I knew she was like the heir or was the princess of Terrasen. I knew that she was gonna be that. I knew that, okay? Cole's reaction though, I'm so nervous. Does he like not like her even more? Cause she thought that he wouldn't like that he would hate her for it. And he kind of like made the connection that he just sent Selena to Wendelin, which is still has magic, still has fae there. There's the potential that she's gonna like the most powerful ally she could have is there. And so I don't know if he's worried about that. Kale tried his best to save her by sending her away from the castle because he knew like it was probably the most dangerous place for her to be as a fae. And the fact that like he didn't hate her after finding out she was fae, but now that he knows that she's like the rightful heir to Terrasen, does he hate her now? All it left me with was he crumbled to his knees. He fell to his knees. I don't even have the next book. So I can't even like read the next chapter to figure out what's going on. Not even that they would tell me what's going on in the next chapter. I'd probably have to wait till halfway through to get another perspective from Kale. But, oh my gosh. And the way that Kale had to lie to Dorian to make him leaving that much easier, I'm not okay. I don't even like have any theories going into the next book because like my theory that she was the heir was correct. So glad I got that pretty early on. But like also I don't really know what to theorize on. Oh, also, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the fact that the king has magic, did I mention this earlier? I don't know. The fact that he has magic and he like basically made it so everyone else didn't have magic using the word key, but Dorian, because he's technically in the same bloodline, that's crazy. And it was only confirmed when the king had his little POV and he was like, yeah, I felt something shift in the castle because Selena had opened up the portal. I don't know. It's so crazy. Anyways, to wrap it up, let's wrap up my thoughts overall on this book. I feel like the plot, I don't want to say lacking, it just wasn't holding my attention as well as the first book. And I think that's just because we didn't have any like clear goals. Basically, like I know Selena was trying to figure out what the king was doing, what his plans were, but like other than that, I felt like there weren't very clear goals, and so I didn't, like it just wasn't keeping me engaged as well. I still think the writing was really good. I think the characters at one point all had me annoyed, and that was also like a struggle for me because I am glad that Selena and Kale had like a little bit of a reconnection by the end there. Like it was very clear that Selena like did still have feelings for him, but she couldn't trust him anymore because of the whole situation, which isn't fair. That's besides the point. So I don't know. So conflicted. What was I going? Oh yeah. So the characters had me all annoyed at one point, but we're fine now because Kale and Selena sort of made up. So overall, I think I would give this book maybe a 4 stars because like it was still really good. I just think that like I was less engaged in it. And I just think that might be because there was like no clear goal in the plot, and also because Cal and Selena had that whole falling apart thing, which is my least favorite part of most books. But how is my camera overheating? That's besides the point. Anyways, so that's my thoughts on Crown of Midnight. I'm so excited to be done with this book, and like not in a mean way, but I'm glad that I'm done with this book because I feel like it was a little hurdle. I think I'm going through a mini book slump, but yeah. Now I have to go buy Heir of Fire, which, knowing what I know now about Selena and her Fae powers, Heir of Fire is a killer title. I love that. So I'm gonna have to go buy that. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.